Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Boom Bar. My microphone is not on.
It is.
Okay. My name is Shola Rogers.
And my name is Oladolupo.
Alright, together we will take you on a 1 hour journey through the world of music, sports, entertainment, and everything in between.
In between.
And at times, everything in between is our own way of saying politics.
Yeah, actually, it's very
But
interesting.
it
But
could be anything.
there's a lot of things actually happening, and that's the truth. A lot of things at the moment.
There's something that I would want us to talk about more.
Yeah.
We had discussed this when it happened 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm hoping that we can actually talk about it more today.
Okay. What's that?
And it has to do with the Nigerian music industry, and especially using Zazuze.
I think they said he
the
got a new
artist-
car or
The
something.
artist called Portable. The artist called Portable, and the things surrounding him. You know, I've done a bit of digging, done a little bit of.
Oh,
research
really?
and-
Okay. So we definitely
So-
would.
And again, I want to mix that up with things that had happened in the music industry in Nigeria and outside Nigeria in the past.
Okay, so we'll definitely will get to that in
Yes,
a
we
bit.
will.
First things first. My name is Oladolupo. For people that are just joining for the very first time, I'm here to basically let's start with the
You sound like one of those people that go for all these debates, and you have to basically oppose the motion.
I think
How
so.
would you do that, Dolupo, in
I don't
2021?
I don't know. It just popped up in my head. But anyway,
Ew.
there's going to be a lot of talks. Like what he said, we're talking a bit about music. We're talking about COVID, Lagosians and Nigerians. I've said my own no. That's all I have to say at the moment. Let me just put it out there. Lagosians and Nigerians. Hey. Anyway,
Why
before
the distinction
before
between Lagosians and Nigerians?
anyway, after that, there's just coming from the palace of the Oni. For people that do not know, I don't even know who's most senior in the Oni, and they're laughing. But a first class king, for people that do not know, is probably the most senior king in southwestern Nigeria.
Yeah, in Yoruba land.
In
yeah.
Yoruba land, yes. So there's just coming from his palace.
Or from outside this palace, depending on who you listen
No,
to.
inside and outside the palace.
That's why I said,
Yeah.
or from outside, depending on who you
Who you're
listen to.
listening to. Yeah, very true, very true. And also there's talks about there's an accident that happened today. A story. In fact, I heard someone had called to confirm it that it was around Mokola
In Ibadan, yeah.
axis of Ibadan. Then we're going to talk a bit about it's 20 years today that the former minister of power, former attorney general of the federation, Chief Bola Ige, was assassinated.
Yeah.
And there's been a few talks for the past few days. A lot of people had spoken. There was a write-up from Wole Soyinka about it today. Former Osun State Governor Chief Bisi Fayemi had also Bisi Akonde had also spoken about it today. So it's something that I think is worthy of talking.
Yeah.
We know that
Before you go further, let me just basically douse the tension a bit, because it might get heated. When you said it's 20 years today, I remember a tweet I saw about 3 days ago. Someone said it's 7 years today that his uncle came and took his CV and said it would look.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
It will see what
He
he
will
can
see
do
what he
about
can
it.
do. He's still seeing.
He's still seeing. It's 7 years.
Your uncle, should we give you glasses to see well?
He said his uncle took his CV to Dubai. That today marks 7 years since his uncle said he will see
He
what
will
he can
see
do.
what he can do.
You know, are you one of those uncles and aunties out there who make promises to your nephews and nieces and you never keep them.
You never do. It's
better to even not just take
just
the CD at
just
all.
don't take it at all. Yeah. So, still talking about it. President Muhammadu Buhari is in Maiduguri, and there's talks about how there were explosions that happened around the airport where he was supposed to land, and these explosions happened a few minutes just before he landed.
Yeah.
Are they sending a message?
And of course, they're talking about casualties. And
they're talking about a few casualties. How is it that the security system that is supposed to welcome the president allowed such a thing happen?
Right off the bat, like without even thinking twice about it, you see a lot of political connotations to some of these attacks. Like
oh yeah.
What's the system or the pattern? You notice that they've had some improved security.
Oh yeah, Borno State. Yeah,
state
they have.
In recent times, to the point where markets are being opened.
Roads are being opened.
People are returning to their homes.
Yes, IDB camps are being closed. Oh yes.
So when you see that kind of thing,
they are like, okay, what are you really fighting for at the end of the day? So I get that also. And then there's also news that I saw today, coming from Ekiti State, where the governor had inaugurated a road that was first commissioned in he commissioned a road that was first awarded in 1978.
Wow.
And every single administration after that, even him when he was in his own when he was in his first tenure, nothing happened to that road.
There's village people that did that one. They just blinded all the people from fixing it until he is on his way out now and he's finally done something about it.
Okay.
Where is this road? Where does it lead to?
This is the Ado-Inyi Road, and this is it was initially a single lane road, and this road is extended all the way to Igede Aramoko.
I know that road.
Who's supposed to it's the road
I know
that
road.
Links all the way to from Osun State. Yeah.
I've been on that.
It's
road.
a major road.
I've been to Ifishe, Ekiti. I've been to Aramoko, Ekiti. I've been on that road.
No, it is if you're
road.
you're coming from Osun State, Ilesha. Yeah.
There's a tiny bridge somewhere.
Okay, no, it's not that road. It's not this particular one.
There's a tiny bridge somewhere.
But there's a tiny bridge. Oh no, that road.
There's a tiny bridge somewhere that
I already have PTSD thinking of that tiny bridge. Oh no, that road is not.
And again, of course, the popular Igede.
Yeah, all this, and this is about the busiest road in Ado Ekiti.
So how did all of these people?
All of this happen
and not fix
such a major road? Yeah, so
we shouldn't be discussing these kind of things in 2021.
We shouldn't, but it is what it is.
But having said that, kudos to the people who deemed it fit to do their job. Thank you for doing your job.
At the end of the day,
it is your job.
It is your job. And now AstraZeneca has come out that they have a new vaccine.
What is
for
it
COVID-19?
Okay.
It's Vaxzevria.
All right, and
it's supposed to boost your body better than the vaccine that you're getting before, and it's supposed to help with Omicron. So that's.
Well,
I have quite a few questions on that, though.
The thing about it for me is that we know that a lot of these vaccines are being rushed.
Yeah.
We understand the process of vaccines. It takes longer, to actually
synthesize
and all of that. But because of the exigencies of COVID-19 and how the world was shut down, totally shut down, we understand.
There was a need for the urgency and all that.
Again, it also shows that science is not stagnant. You're constantly improving on what it is that they're putting out, So I think it's a good thing, though. If you look at it at the end of the day, since they are making a bold statement to say Since AstraZeneca is now saying that this is a better vaccine.
This is a better vaccine. Also,
And it sounds
you know,
as a better
Pfizer had
booster.
already, there's a pill now. The US has finally approved the pill
As a treatment.
as a treatment that you could use at home. So yeah, there's a lot of issues talking about COVID. So I think that is then before we start, like there's a story that I was going to start with COVID story, but there's this story that I saw which is very interesting.
Okay.
Where a particular lady went on Twitter to say that her cousin, this was a story about her cousin,
Yeah.
that her particular cousin lost her husband to be a few days to the wedding. Now there's a background to the story.
The husband died.
Yes, a few days
Sad.
to the wedding. Now she is saying that the husband was snatched from the bride's best friend of 10 years. And then about 3 months into their relationship, they started making wedding plans. And everybody had told them that there was nothing that was going to be fruitful about this, that it was not fair, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. And all the warnings fell on deaf ears. And now, just a few days to the wedding, the groom died in his sleep.
Which movie did this happen?
I'm not sure, but it's a movie. It's someone that posted this on Instagram.
Yeah, what's the title of the movie?
I don't know. It's not a movie.
I always like to take everything, objectively, but at times you just want to dive into it and just be biased as you can be. I don't want to believe that it's because someone snatched someone's husband or husband to be or boyfriend and decided to marry the person. That's why the guy died. If he's in Lagos, at least let them carry out an autopsy first.
Yeah.
And find out the cause of death. But I know we're Africans and we're quick to believe a lot of these things. Are like, you see, we told them not to go ahead with their plans to get married. Did you know that the guy was going to die? Did you see that? Can anybody boldly come out? No, you can't. It's just out of, shall I say, the laws of decency, which are not written anywhere anyway, that, you feel that the lady snatched her friend's boyfriend and she wants to marry him, and for that reason, it's not a good thing for them to decide to get married. You get? So that's what I see as might have happened, but I'm not sure that, because people snatch people all the time. If that's the case, a lot of the people we see out there, they should all have dropped dead at some point in time in their relationships, because someone was dating somebody before.
Is, everybody's somebody's ex. Let's be honest with ourselves. Like you said, it's of course, when it comes to morality and all that, yes, it doesn't all go well. But at the end of the day, there's also something that I believe with whose standards actually. Which standards are we holding ourselves to?
Exactly.
Who put this?
A lot of people are talking and they're going to be saying, "Oh, it's karma." You get, but even you that you're talking, take a close look at yourself. Have you really been that much of a good guy or a good lady in the sense of in the grand scheme of things? I think it's just sad that the guy died. I think that it really has nothing to do with them being snatched. There's a popular lady out there who used to be married to someone who goes to a church somewhere around Oregon in Lagos, and she left her husband for the pastor of that church. Then she left the pastor of that church for a top politician in Lagos. You understand? So which one of them is dropping dead, the pastor or the top politician? Because she was married to someone that she attended that church with in that Oregon area. I'm not mentioning names, but this is a story.
Good though.
Uh-uh.
See, women folk.
This lady is now.
We're good.
She's now top echelon in one of these paramilitary bodies in this country.
let's be honest. Women
story.
folk were good.
And I did not mention your name, but
We're good.
we know what you did last night.
What? moving of that
So if karma was like that,
was like that, yeah.
which one of them would drop dead? Is it the pastor or the person that snatched the lady from the pastor because the pastor snatched the lady from a church member? Do you get what I'm saying?
Like, let's be coming
Do you know how
down.
many monarchs have snatched wives or monarchs' wives that were snatched by one rich man one time like that? Did you hear the story of one very rich Nigerian man who the monarch had sent his wife to go collect money for him, and of course he ended up making out one of his wives. I still am not mentioning names. You see, you stay safe when you don't mention names.
Wow. All these names, when we're done, you are going to mention them.
Yes, I will. At least your camera will be off then.
Anyway, so let's move off that and let's move on to maybe saying something a little bit more serious.
All right.
And what I'm going to talk about now is something I've been talking about for a few days. COVID.
Okay.
The numbers that came out in the past 24 hours has been nothing short of scary.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the numbers that came out, it said that it was the highest number that Nigeria had ever seen. It was 2,000 and some, 100 and something. And everybody was like,
highest number in 11 months.
11 months. So everybody like, oh, okay. It's growing. The day before it was 1,000 something. So it was almost like doubled.
That was 5 times more than we had seen the day before.
Yeah, so it was like, okay, doubled and we're good. And okay, we're still hoping. Then kaboom!
Thank you. There's a car there because it's not boom that you said. We're not involved.
Kaboom!
Thank you for that car.
The numbers pop up.
Yeah.
And the numbers that Nigeria had never ever recorded.
Yeah.
From the inception of COVID in February 2020, 4,035 cases.
Yeah. All within the space of 24 hours.
All the space of 24 hours. In just this week alone, in the space of 4 days, we recorded about 7,930 new cases. Out of this 4,035, 3,393 cases came from Lagos State.
And we are still carrying on. Again, I repeat.
I think it's a good thing and a bad thing when it comes to Lagos, for example. Why? Is because when you compare it to other states, I think that the reason is that Lagos is doing way more testing than everybody else. It's obvious. Yeah? Which is why if Lagos is doing, we know that Lagos is not even doing as much as it should. If other states does as much as Lagos does, I don't even think anybody will want to step out there.
Our numbers will be scarier.
I don't think anybody will want to step out. So I get it. Which is, would I say, a good thing for Lagos? That there is more testing going on. But it also means that, with the population of Lagos, with the influx of people into Lagos State from all over the world, you also know that this also amounts to a large chunk of infections coming into the country through Lagos State. And it is this same Lagos State people that have no face masks on. We carry on like there's nothing. They're crowded in buses, in taxis, and I'm like,
and there are mega events being planned.
Mega events, there are concerts almost every day now. There are comedy shows, the music concerts.
There's a marathon coming up.
I don't know. I get it that there's cinemas with full swing. I get it that it's about the economy of the state and the country. But is Lagos State, can they afford what they're playing with?
Also bearing in mind that if you are tested and you are positive, you're most likely going to be treated by the state. especially for cases that they have to admit.
Exactly.
It's
So
the state that picks the
it's
bill.
so that's what I'm saying. That
And I'm
isn't
happy
it
that
better?
one of the reasons why they are a little less burdened with the treatment now is that people are getting treated at home.
At home, yeah.
So at least the pressure on the isolation centers has
Really
seemingly
reduced.
reduced. But with increased testing and more confirmed cases,
It means that more
some
people
more serious cases will
definitely,
you know,
yeah.
be taken in to the isolation centers. And with the number over 3,000 from Lagos alone, I think we're at pandemic level.
Oh,
Yeah, like
I
think
think
it's
we've
that,
always been in pandemic.
no, but it
Which-
dropped. Things dropped.
Oh,
to
it
the
did.
point
It
where
did. It
They
did.
shut down the isolation centers. Things dropped to the point where they were not testing as frequently as they used to. You get.
Even the NCDC were not releasing
There-
numbers every day. All
There
that.
was a time when we observed that the state government was even fumigating public places. They were fumigating bus stops and all of that. I had seen a video. of
I
them
think
doing
that we
But you
issues.
see, those things are not happening anymore. But
Anymore.
We're moving towards that again, and all of this will cost money and time. You get. But what value do we place on life?
Exactly.
And the funny thing about this is this can be controlled. This situation can be helped by every single one of us that is domiciled in Lagos if we decide.
To just take responsibility. Let's be responsible for ourselves. You don't have to. I always feel
Have you checked the feeds, the video feeds? Both of
that
them?
that it's I always feel that everybody, you don't even need, let's not even think about the next person. Think about yourself. If everybody is responsible for themselves, you are invariably taking care of the next person. Take for example, you and I do not know each other, we've not met and anything, but we both have a mask.
Hi, my name is Rogers.
Hi, I'm Dolukwo.
Right.
But there is social distancing. We all have masks. And you know, whatever it is anybody is carrying is not transmitted to the next person. So you don't even need to look out for the next person. I think that the thing is, look out for yourself. Can we actually be sure that people would actually look out for themselves? And that's the problem. You go to bus stops and you go to buses, you see how everybody's cramped up. And I'm like, okay, maybe these bus conductors and these buses and all that, and the bus drivers don't want it. But I also know for a fact that if everybody in a particular bus decides after 6 people we're not getting in again, and the next bus comes and everybody does the same thing, and the next bus does.
In which country?
Nigeria.
Which Nigeria?
Lagos State in Nigeria.
You like your jokes and they are very funny.
I'm just saying.
In this country.
Anyway, please go and get vaccinated though. Please, when am I getting vaccinated? I can't continue like this. This is how 2021 will finish and somebody will not get booster shots.
Nah, I'm definitely getting busted. Maybe Monday.
Really?
Maybe Monday.
Really?
We'll go on Monday.
Really? Wow.
Oh.
Really?
Maybe Tuesday.
Wow. Anyway,
Oh, public
see
holiday.
the
Okay,
face of
So
evil,
Wednesday.
the evil person. Hello, people. That's the face of
That I want to get
just
booster
pointed
shot
it out.
next week.
Anyway, for people that do not know Zazuze, or people that do not like Zazuze like me like this, or people that like Zazuze, whichever way or whichever category that you fall in, all you haters, Zazuze, what's his name? Portable has officially got it a whip.
Whoop whoop.
Whip is coming to come and right?
It's got
If
a
he
car
hits
now.
if he hits your,
What kind of car did he get?
oh, he got a 2008 Camry, and it's Toyota Camry, the what everybody knows as muscle, and I'm sure that it's posted and everything, and for someone that I'm sure a
From
lot,
E4 in Ogun State or somewhere in Ota Sango.
Do you understand that? You don't
and some
think
people said it's even Iju Shaga.
whichever one he never in his life would probably think he will own a bicycle
Yes.
or a tire yet.
Yeah.
And in the space of weeks,
2 weeks.
for a song that he has released, I actually checked it on Spotify. It's what's it? Even has a DJ mix of that song.
Yeah.
He has released it 4 times, and nobody has ever heard of him. And then, of course, it's Olamide now.
Yeah. So there is indeed star power, and there's
Yeah.
The ability to to ride on other people's achievements and tap into their network, or like they say, you stand on people's shoulders.
Yeah. This guy is a perfect
Portable
representation of it.
Is a good example of it, and a little bit of controversies here and there, but at some point I see myself opening a PR institute, like maybe like a crash course for people in PR.
Yeah.
I think we need to do something like that.
Okay, why did you say so?
The ability to analyze real life situations and come up with plausible responses that are not disgusting, that are not nauseating, that are not offensive to people's sense of reasoning.
Okay.
So yesterday a story broke that it was all a publicity stunt. That whatever happened between
I saw that. I saw that thing.
And the first thing that came to my mind is
that's
you
a lie.
Really think we're stupid.
That's a lie.
You don't rate us anymore.
Like you don't. And the one that vexes me the most when people say those things is like, I don't have a problem with PR. 90% of PR is lie.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I won't say.
No, it's not.
Okay, not 90%. No, sorry, not 90%. Yeah, but there's a lot.
No percentage of PR is lies. It's you presenting the facts the way it should be presented.
But you know that people actually really do spin. People spin stories.
You can call it a spin. You can call it. It's your perception of what it is.
Still doesn't mean it's truth.
It doesn't mean.
Are we
it's a
saying
lie.
that
Are we saying
that every angle of a story is the truth? It's not.
I'm only saying that it is what you present
that is the truth to people. So I get what you're saying. But when you actually
wise man once
have
told me,
facts and figures, what I'm saying is that if you have facts and
there
figures,
are 3 sides to the truth.
I get it.
Your truth,
my
truth,
and there's the truth. Exactly. The truth actually makes at times the spin you tweet a lie. That's what I'm saying. My own is and it happens with generally people are talking to me or something, and then you lie to me. I'm not angry that you lied to me. I don't know why people think that. I've talking to a few people and people say that it's almost like I'm endorsing lies. But my own angle to it is, I don't have a problem if you lie. The issue I have is when you tell a lie that I don't believe. At least make the lie believable so I don't know that you're lying to me. How does all that, number one, I saw that video that he posted. He was going off about how he's child of Kirikon, that one Ogun is going to shake Kirikon, that he all that.
It was even at some point it was cursing the guy out.
Yes, it was
saying things like, "Do you want to effing mess with me?"
Yeah, he's Kirikon from the streets. That video
is a gun carrying person that doesn't use it and all of that. He said that
that video is
so real.
Couldn't get realer than that.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's the word. Couldn't get realer than that. Then a Kogbagidi comes up.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Kogbagidi is more or less like the portable guys, pseudo
manager,
record label / manager.
Yeah, and all that. And then the Kogbagidi guy comes, shares a video
and kicks him
where
out.
he was being kicked out.
Yeah, and he was actually calling on some names in that video. He called a Shola, called another guy, and said, "I only leave you guys for one night, and you guys let him do this. What if I leave you guys forever? If I go for a long time, you will let him wreck the whole business and everything," which shows that it was visibly
angry. Oh no, it was obvious. Then
produced.
On that video, we could see where Olamide There was a few
A lot of people came.
There was a lot of celebrities
Yoruba
that
actors
came out.
Muyiwa, Authentic. A lot of them.
A lot of people came there to plead
on the guy's behalf.
Olamide, that was on the song, was literally saying
That look,
that
people make mistakes.
people make mistakes. There is no manual for life and everything and all that. And then I felt that you could have just left it. Then the guy came to apologize.
Yeah, and the Kogbagidi guy lifted him up, and he wrote there, "We rise by lifting others." And he physically lifted the guy up.
And he lifted him up.
Then the next day you come around and tell us that it was
and say it's a publicity stunt. That's the one that pisses. That's the one that pisses me off.
Sure,
do you understand? Like,
we're not others.
I would have even felt after the guy apologized, leave that story there. Don't touch it.
There's a question I would like to ask.
Just leave it.
There's a question I would like to ask. Now, the things that the guy raised in the video that is now a publicity stunt, the aspect of a song being tagged as Pokoli's song.
It is Pokoli's song.
Did it happen?
We actually did search for it, checked on Apple Music, checked on Spotify. It is Pokoli.
Featuring.
It's Pokoli featuring Portable and Olamide. Yes. So, what part of that is a stunt?
We don't care about the dollars, the over $3,000.
Which, remember, he came out again to say that Pokoli had returned the money. So if it was a stunt, why
did you now say
why was there a returning?
There was no need to return any money because it was a stunt. But here you were saying that.
See, this
again,
is
the same Pokoli came out to say that he shared the money with other people.
So how that, see, and I get what, that's the part that annoys me. Like, is it that?
You people don't
like,
rate us anymore.
I agree with you. There needs to be like a PR company
so
that, you know what, you have a media issue. Just call them. They'll fix it for you. Fix it for you, and we don't need to be on your management team. No. Fix it for you, pay you. I get out. I'm telling you, it's something we really need to think about.
We need to do it
because you know we're lacking. I think we're horribly lacking and it's not just the media. It's like every aspect
everywhere
of businesses in Nigeria.
The funny aspect of this again, you know, still talking about upcoming artists and what happens behind the scenes and everything, is that the guy was made to tender an apology. You would know. He tendered an apology and he was like, look, we're in industry. The same guy who tendered the apology now comes out to say it was a publicity stunt. That apology is not necessary if it was a publicity stunt. Yeah. Like, for instance, there was an artist that faked his own death.
That was a publicity stunt.
That is a publicity stunt. He faked his own death, he paid his dues for it, and he bounced back from it.
Yeah.
There was another one recently, sometime this year, that pretended to be poor. Pretended to be some girl that was hawking. And it turned out to be a publicity stunt.
That is a publicity stunt.
Funny enough, as it worked for her, I don't think so, but I hope she still makes something out of the industry anyway. Those are stunts, you get. And you see, have you heard them come out to apologize? They didn't have to apologize because they knew that
there was no need. Yeah.
How would you do all of this and tell us it was
a stunt?
Now guess what? Even the Pokoli that everybody is giving credit for discovering the guy, the person who actually owns credits for discovering Portable is a guy called Don Blue.
Okay.
Don Blue 19 verse 93. That is his handle on Instagram. I spent 2 hours on this guy's page yesterday, going through his old posts and his new posts. The guy is some crazy. He calls himself a blogger. He's a Lagos Island boy, crazy guy to the core, who has actually been pushing this Zazuze for weeks. And on his page, if you still go there, you will see a screen grab of his chat with Pokoli, where Pokoli was asking Don Blue for Portable's phone number.
Okay, so it's Don Blue that has released all this now.
It's been there even before all the crisis, and it's still there. So Don Blue is out there. Don Blue now responds to Pokoli, telling him, I don't even have the boy's number, but I'll get it for you tomorrow morning. And you know, Poco responds, oh, thank you, boss. He said, now you be boss, get out, you know. They joked about it. And the next day, he sent the number. This screen grab everything. It's still on Don Blue's page. So the same Don Blue had been pushing the song, talking about, Zazu Ze is going to be the Zemba. Like put the Z in the spelling of the Zemba and all of that. The guy actually, there was a part where Portable came out to say, that Don Blue has helped his career, that is taking him from 1,000 followers to 60,000 in a matter of hours. The Don Blue guy has a mad followership. Never heard of him until yesterday. Apparently, he was one of the people that did the hookup for Zinoliski. So they now call him the Don Jazzy of the trenches. That he knows how to get guys from the streets. His name is Don Blue. There was a part where this lady that talks vulgar a lot, that's based in Ireland or so. The lady that
that's old woman.
They come at each other. They've joked about it. She's like, that if the guy owes her, she knows she's going to feel. They've talked vulgar stuff. There's another guy called Oba Solomon that.
Where do you get all this?
I spent hours doing research last night. I'm telling you. There's a guy called Oba Solomon who he dresses like an Aladura priest and he's always cursing people and saying all sorts of crazy things. And he was celebrating getting 100,000 followers. So this Don Blue guy is always promoting him and cursing him too. I think it's banter between them. So Don Blue is the one that actually deserves all the credit for bringing Portable from where he was to where he is. The guy actually drives a range. Don Blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Don Blue. Hi Don Blue. Hi.
So, oh my God, you have to queue up. That your high, you have to queue up. There are a lot of women making videos telling them they want to bed him.
No.
And so you have to.
I can just start singing though.
I'm just telling you, Sha.
I can just start singing.
When people send him message, he's rude. He likes being rude. Someone sent him a message that he's 16 and he wants to sing. He said, "Do you want to sing birthday song?" Like, it's crazy. So that's the guy who's helped Portable. And okay, so when Pokoli wanted the link up, he was the one that gave it to him. And of course, the next day or two, Olamide was on a song with him. So why would you post a song that was already in existence? Yeah, a remix of a song.
That's remix number 4. Remix number 4.
Someone has even gone ahead to make projections to talk about the amount of money that the guy stands to make from the streaming platforms. So it's not only from all these shows and all the $3,000+
Oh yes. No, the money that is being made.
Tiwa Savage sprayed him the day before.
Oh really?
He was at Tiwa's show.
Oh.
He performed. There was a part where he was prostrating and she brought him up and she actually sprayed him dollars too. She sprayed him some money and all of that. So he starts to gain a lot, Now, what are the guarantees that he's going to have another hit song? This is a hit song.
Yeah.
There's
no doubt about it. This song is I think I was reading it. I think on all the streaming platforms is about one of the most.
Number one.
Is number one.
Most streamed in the last 1 week.
It's number
one.
one.
There is a video of some Islamic clerics at an event singing the songs.
Okay. I have nothing to say again.
They have their own version of Zazuze and how people were contributing money to them and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that's how big this
song is actually big.
You get.
So you should milk it. I don't blame the guy.
They already shot the video and I heard they're dropping it on Friday or something. It's good that they quickly made up. But don't tell us.
Don't come out and tell us that it was publicity. It was not. It wasn't. Stunt. Definitely
if
wasn't.
It was, you wouldn't even be saying O2Z, which is a new. There's a song. Some people have already, this Lord Sky and all these guys that quickly. They've even made another song for him, O2Z, which means that Z has started again. Zazu, Z, Aka.
What? Anyway, moving off that, we're going all the way to what we don't even know if it's a publicity stunt or not. Because it's not, we're not understanding where. Was there a divorce?
Will there be a divorce? Has the divorce been divorced?
Divorced? We don't know now. As Oni of Ife's wife, at least original wife.
One of his wives.
No. his wife.
One of his
No.
wives, Dolupo.
The one that we know.
One
Please,
of
please
his wives.
don't start what you cannot finish.
Okay.
The wife that everybody knows with him.
Don't worry.
Whatever,
you would
whatever
confirm.
thing that you know,
You
that's
will confirm and come back.
girlfriend, concubine, we don't know.
No.
Wife.
Okay.
Married, we know is only one that we know. Who is supposed to be Shilekun Ola Naomi, has gone to our official
Evangelist.
Instagram page to post that she is parting ways with the paramount
Some
ruler.
people said Instagram, some said Facebook.
Oh, okay. I think I saw it on Instagram though.
You saw our own official post on
I
Instagram.
think I saw it on Instagram.
Okay, so carry on.
So she posted that they're officially over 3 years after getting married. And she said
everybody has carried that news.
because I saw it on our official page. So it's very, very funny, except there was a hack somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
She claims to say that this said a lot of things, including the fact that the king portrays something in.
That he has an image.
He has an image that he portrays to the
world,
public,
but that
and
is
there is
something
one,
else.
but that she has done a lot, and she has endured a lot, and that she's done, basically.
Okay.
Just 3 years after.
Did
But
you-
I was going to
did-
say this.
Just when hold on, Dolupo, because you said a few minutes ago you were emphasizing his wife. Did you see the part where she responded, or where she was saying that she's not leaving because he got a new wife?
So yeah, and according to her, she said that all the time that they were married, she was the only wife. That there might have been other women, but she was the only wife.
But she's not leaving because he got a new wife.
Yeah, but according to
Who
her,
got a new wife?
Ah.
So
No.
when I say she's one of the wives, do you understand that it's also a statement of fact?
anyway,
No, I need you to establish that, because you
yes,
more or less called me a liar a few minutes ago.
I did call you a liar. I was talking according to what she said. That
But
according
let's
to
talk
her,
facts.
yeah, according to her, the time where they were married, according to her, there was no other wife. That's
But the
what she's
palace
saying.
is saying that they are still married.
Now, before we even get to the response of the palace,
Yeah.
if the story is true, we know that 14 months before that time, the Oni of Ife officially actually divorced his other wife,
Yeah.
Queen Zainab Otiti Obano.
Yeah, that's the lady from Edo, right?
Yeah, whose marriage with him also lasted about 17 months.
Yeah.
And now you begin to wonder,
What are you wondering?
okay? Because I'll not lie, I think there was a lot of talk about the other queen then, that she was very, actually I think I've seen her up close before. She's very uptight, actually, not even lie. She looked very uptight. She looked like she was going to break.
I, at this point, don't know what she's talking about, but
No smiling,
I'm sure
no
she's going
nothing.
to shed some
No,
light on
nothing. I'm like, is this the auntie? Or whatever, like a few hours, actually, no squeezy
it.
face.
Where were you?
You were there too, oh, the palace of the.
I
Oba.
was there.
Yes, you were.
I've been there before.
It's your shadow.
I need to delete some pictures.
It's your shadow.
Please, where's my phone?
It's your shadow.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about though, but what I do know is that, again, we must realize that after all said and done, the Oni of Ife is also human. He's also a man. The queen, or former queen, or queen,
As the case may be.
as the case may be, is also human. And regardless of what society expects of them, their reality is their reality. There were rumors at some point that she had a child before and all of that. But she said she has proof medically that the son she bore the king is her first child ever, and that the girl that is being referred to as her daughter is actually a niece, which is understandable. You get, because people will talk, they will always come up. So it's our job to dispel those rumors.
So when
and dig deep and get
how does someone that goes into all that details on her verified Instagram handle, then the Oni's director of media and public affairs says that it's just rumors?
Now, this is why we want to set up the PR.
This is what I'm saying.
Institute.
See, don't be think that we are stupid though. We're just a stupid set of human beings.
The response of Oni's media team or PR team
is very weak still.
They went
same
further,
thing that we're saying.
They actually went further to draw parallels. They talked about how there were rumors before she had the baby that she had left, and of course a few months after she had the baby, she had a son, who she refers to as a miracle. You understand? Maybe she had issues and she didn't know she was going to have him, and she did. So I did a little bit of digging and saw that she's actually a proper evangelist.
Oh, she is. That was what
she the videos of her laying hands on people and praying and all of that. She goes on crusades. She still does.
Oh yeah.
You get. So if that statement did not come from her,
that was a really long statement.
It is safe to say that
she was hacked.
Someone who knows her well hacked her social media and put out the statement. Do you understand?
Okay.
This is what you can say. That is what you can spin. Well, that it is a rumor that it never happened is not. You don't start from there.
You don't say it's a rumor. If it's gist that we hear, yes, not a whole episode. That thing was an episode.
Another problem that PR people have. I'm talking about media officers of sports teams.
Everybody.
PR and media people.
I think it's a Nigerian thing. We're not a PR.
It's a global thing actually, but another issue they have is that at times they want to be proactive for their principals.
Yeah, but
so there are times when
down.
you don't even consult your principal.
You just
quickly put out a statement.
Say things
you know
that are believable.
A lot of times when you see things like President Buhari
presidency,
President Buhari mourns this, President Buhari commiserates with that. Some of those statements, President Buhari does not even know the
person.
He might know the person. He
has not even gotten the news yet.
You get but because they have to be proactive and everything. But in doing that, they might get burnt from time to time. So the PR person for the Oni of Ife, I hope that he has the full backing of the Oni.
It needs to be calming down.
Statement.
Yeah, I think
it's not about calming down now. I hope he has the full backing and let it be the official statement of the palace. That it is indeed a rumor and it is not true. And to prove that, what they needed was for the lady to come out
now,
make a video and say, I
was hacked.
I didn't put that statement. It was hacked and blah 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 blah. You get. Recently, CK, the guy who sang.
Oh yes, that too. Hit, I'm not.
Love Wanted.
Yeah, he too has some issues with.
They're already creating some form of enmity between him and Wizkid. But if you know Wizkid, you know Wizkid is not anybody's enemy. Wizkid is not anybody's enemy. Like, Wizkid is Davido's friend, is Burna's friend. And everybody knows that Burna and Davido, they've been going at each other for a while. They even went physically in Ghana. The videos are everywhere. But Wizkid is everybody's friend. So, CK performed at Wizkid's show in London. While some fans are trying to create some form of enmity. But sadly, someone tweeted something negative about CK, about
Wizkid, and then
his verified Twitter handle liked that comment. But the guy now came out to tweet and said, "Look, that he's been complaining for days that his social media was hacked, his Twitter was hacked, and that if he really had a problem with Wizkid, would he have performed at the show and all of that and all of that." I like to believe what he said as true. That's not. If it's a spin, it's not a weak spin.
It's not a weak spin. It's not.
You
It's
get,
not.
if it's a spin,
It
I
could
like
have.
to give
It could have
what
been a
CK said.
mistake. It could have
Could
been.
have been a mistake, and it could have been hacked. Indeed.
But
You
at
get.
least it was believable. That's
So-
what we're saying.
So, but in the case of the on his media team's response,
She has to come out to say that she was hacked
the
because it's only
person to dispel
being
the rumor
hacked.
of her leaving. Because to be honest with you,
she has to be hacked
some
for
news-
you to hear
some
this
news,
now.
when it comes out, is only carried by what we used to refer to as rag magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Some are only carried by blogs. Some are only carried by social media handles now, influencers. But this particular story,
Everybody
everybody
has.
mainstream media, they've
Everybody.
all carried it.
Everybody's
And
carried
they are
it.
always very circumspect. They don't just carry news. They try to at least make sure it's verified. But coming these days, everybody knows that news coming from a verified handle is authentic.
It's authentic. It's supposed to be
So
authentic.
the only way you can make everybody retract this statement or
Is
change the
that
narrative
it was-
is for her by herself to put out another statement to say that previous statement
was a hack. That's the only spin that can
Anything
work.
minus that, again, the reason why it's so believable is that she didn't say anything bad about it.
Yeah, it was a very detailed statement.
Their 3-year marriage.
Mm-hmm.
She went as far as saying, that she didn't have problems in her marriage and that it
was
good
just
guy
time
and all
to-
that, but that it was just time for her to move on and everything. Again, I find it interesting that it's easier for people to walk away from their marriages these days.
I was going to
But
say
I'm not
something.
going to say that people should be tied in a
No,
loveless
I-
relationship.
I-
But it looks like it's easier now.
The issue that even
It's
popped
easier.
out with me is, especially Yoruba kings these days and their wives, it's becoming a thing. Like, we get it that husband and wife, yeah, those things happen, but I felt that when it comes to things, people like kings and all, those things are more sacred and all. We saw how the Olo this person, what's his what's this town? The only war of Iwo
Yeah.
and his wife,
Yeah.
the drama that even went on about them and they calling each other out, the Alafio of Oyo, the few of his wives calling him out and all that. Now the honor of Ife, that is the second marriage in less than 5 years.
As a Yoruba man, I like to call myself a Yoruba boy. It will even be difficult. I don't even want to know if you are divorced. How easy is it for anybody to get intimate, to get involved
With a king's
with
wife.
a king's wife,
I
divorced or not?
I remember that the Onion of Ife, remember his other wife, I don't know if it's his first wife now, how I think they said they had to go through some sacrifices and all for her to be officially like divorced from the Oni. And also I'm like, in these days it's so rampant that you don't even, it's like
so easy now.
it's not a big
becoming
deal
normal.
anymore. It's not a
But
big
again, it is a reflection of the larger society.
the system that
and-
we're in
and
now.
how, divorce is becoming the norm, is becoming regular. And I try not to be judgmental.
Yeah.
We must realize that divorce should not be seen as a bad thing. It should be seen as a way out of a bad
situation.
A lot of people are going through stuff that you don't know until you hear BTS. Then you understand that, whoa, all of that was happening. BTS.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow, I'm using BTS. You understand?
Okay, we get it. You finally know what BTS
I've
is.
always known young lady.
Thank you.
So, but the matter is hot. It's on the front burner.
Yeah,
Everybody
we
is
definitely
talking
would
about it.
Bring more
And
details
We're going to keep close tabs on this one.
on this particular one. So, on that note, that is all we're able to take today on
We're
the
done?
Boom Bar. Yeah.
Interesting.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We will be back again tomorrow with another wonderful edition of the bar. But you can catch a repeat of this at 7 p.m. West African time.